What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video we're focusing on the new Springbok fortress, and that means that Newlands is coming to an end. In 2021 it will be demolished. All those amazing memories of Newlands being the home of the Stormers Western Province and even a phenomenal host venue for when the Springboks take on the All Blacks Australia or wherever they met in Newlands. It was always remembered as a phenomenal stadium. The crowd was entertaining. It is to this day one of the best crowds one could ever bring to a stadium. You know, even when the Province played or Stormers played, majority of the Newlands faithful were there. They were packed in arms. I mean, I think from an attendance record, if we look at stadiums, Newlands must have the strongest of the most people that's watched rugby games. In the poorest games, for example, Western Province versus your Volker, or even Western Province versus the Griquas, when they weren't as strong as they are now these days, they would still go out and support their team no matter what, through thick and thin. And it was always a pleasure to watch it as a fan, to see the cheering, the crowd. It was just electric. And I mean, I know the All Blacks loved playing in Newlands because it was like a second home venue for them, because the Cape Town All Black supporters are very passionate and definitely allow their voices to be heard over there in Cape Town. So that was one of the memories that they enjoyed even. So, and I mean, who can forget that iconic view of Table Mountain? I've been lucky enough to watch the Springboks play at Newlands once in my lifetime. It was against Australia a few years ago, and it was a memorable occasion. The crowd was electric, and the beauty of Newlands is the way that the stadium was built. You feel on top of the game. Although you might be back in the cheap seats, you still got a vibe, you've still got a sense of you right there. It's not like these stadiums sometimes these days where they're so bloody big. You sit right at the back, you might as well just stay at home and watch on TV. At Newlands, you always got a great feeling of being right there with the players, being right there with your spectators. It was an electric atmosphere, and I mean, even though I've only been there once, it was amazing. And I know a lot of people, a lot of you guys, especially down here in South Africa, can relate and will be sad that Newlands is going to be no longer. It was supposed to have its final ISA game, its final Super Rugby games, but unfortunately, due to COVID-19, it is going to be the end of Newlands, and we won't be able to see a crowd in. Maybe for the SA Super Rugby, they'll sneak in games there, but we won't see a crowd in Newlands for the end of time, unfortunately. And the new home ground is going to be the Cape Town Stadium. Now, don't get me wrong, that is a beautiful stadium too. I've never watched a sports game there, but I have watched the Bon Jovi concert, and it was electric. The noise vibing through that stadium is awesome. I've heard the Sevens, Cape Town Sevens, has been absolutely amazing from the support point of view and the electricity that the stadium generates. Obviously, your loyals, your historic fans are going to be upset. But unfortunately, these things happen. All good things must come to an end. When talking on the streams, a lot of guys have mixed emotions. Some saying they're happy because it's a bigger stadium, so more opportunity of getting tickets. For example, a lot say when the All Blacks are down, it's a rush to get tickets, because it's not just South Africa fans, it's a lot of All Black fans in South Africa that fight also to get the tickets. So people end up missing out. Now with the biggest stadium, you have the opportunity at really going and seeing the Springboks, which is understandable. But my personal opinion, because from being from PE, we lost the famous Boetie Erasmus Stadium to the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium. Don't get me wrong, beautiful stadium. I love Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium, but I still felt that with the stadium that we currently had at Boetie Erasmus, they could have built on, made it bigger, like what they did with Loftus, like what they did with Ellis Park for the Football World Cup, obviously. So I wish they did that for Newlands, and I wish they did that for Port Elizabeth Stadium as well. But hey, things happen. We got to move on, create new awesome memories. So to all the memories at the old Bok Fortress, may they live on, and that's the strength of memories. They will live on forever. Will Cape Town be the new fortress? I think it will be a while until we can call it just that. It will probably go back to Ellis Park being the home of it, from the history of the 95 World Cup, Madiba, etc., etc. But we'll wait and see. Cape Town is a beautiful city and is known for amazing things. So let's see, maybe we can create something special out of the Cape Town Stadium. But for Newlands, cheers and farewell, and thank you for the memories that you've given all of us fans, be it on TV or live in the stadium. That's going to do it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you real soon for another one. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.